I think today is the day that I would like to try to do my first boss battle. Welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian. Hello, skeleton. What are you doing here? You were not supposed to be here. I suppose... Boy, they move really quick when they're strafing right near you. I suppose the fact that it is raining means that there's a dark enough spot that you've managed to spawn over there. I, once again, have done a few hours of work off camera since the last episode, some of which might be suggested here, and some of which might be suggested here as well. There's a lot going on. I was recording the whole time that I was playing quote-unquote off camera, and so I'm going to go ahead and show off some highlights of what I've been up to. Since the last episode, I spent a bit of time fighting monsters in the open plain and enchanting. The main goal was to try to finish off enchanted armor, especially trying to get some Feather Falling 4 diamond boots with some protection, which is something that I think will be very valuable for the Ender Dragon. But so long as I was gaining levels, I was also trying to get skeletons to shoot creepers at night, because there were still 3 record discs that I needed. And right now you're probably watching some of the footage of that, where I've just got some highlights of me getting some of the record discs and also doing some of the enchanting that I was doing. Basically, I'd always look ahead in the enchanting table and just try to see if there was a tool or a piece of armor that I still needed in order to get what I wanted to get. I also realized I'd never collected cobwebs, and there was an abandoned mineshaft over near the stronghold and end portal. And so I went back over there in order to pick up the cobwebs as well, just to collect another item. But amazingly enough, I only had 1 disc left to get, which was Strahd, I believe. And sure enough, the next creeper I killed, you only have a 1 in 12 chance of getting any particular disc. But the next creeper that the skeleton shot ended up being Strahd, and that finished off my record collection. So at that point, I was done with that. Seeing as I was basically done farming records, I've got like 3 stacks of ender pearls at this point as well, and so I didn't really need to just like kill monsters out in the world if I wanted to get more experience in order to finish up the enchanting I wanted to do. I finally decided to go ahead and just make an XP farm with a skeleton spawner that I found back in episode number 3. And so I went down and tracked down that skeleton spawner, and I made, just the basic skeleton trap that you always make, where there's 2 water streams that push them across the room and then down into one corner of a 9x9 room where the skeletons are spawning, and did some AFKing there, and then just repeatedly would kill them, get back up to level 30, and then try enchanting things. I'd try out all the different things that I could put in the enchanting table. Kept hoping for Feather Falling 4. It wasn't happening for a while, but after a few hours, I finally managed to get a Feather Falling 4 book that I can add to some diamond boots. So that was very happy as well. The boss battle that I think I want to take on today, however, is going to be the Wither. And I was trying to remember, I don't have a gas tier yet. We have the 3 Wither skeleton skulls, but I wouldn't mind making some strength potions, which I would be able to do with blaze rods and blaze powder. And in fact, let's go ahead. Oh, hey, it's another thunderstorm. Hold the phone. Once again, things change. We might be able to find some lightning and possibly get an electrified creeper. If that were to happen, I would want to have kind of maximum protection or blast protection on, and I have recently enchanted some better armor. So let me go grab it. That's got protection 3. What do I still need? In pants, I've got some protection 4 pants that I could put on. I don't think any of these have blast protection, but I've got Prot 3, Prot 3, Prot 4, Prot 4. I think I am happy enough with that for even possibly running into an electrified creeper. Since it is a thunderstorm, let's hope it actually lasts for a little while. Now, is it actually a thunderstorm, or possibly did I just get 1 lightning bolt that brought another one of those sets of these crazy horses into play? Is another possibility? I don't know. But I want to look around and see if possibly we can find an electrified creeper, so I'm going to spend a little time doing that. Yeah, I'm going to have to read up on weather once again, and also the phenomenon of the lightning strike that causes the skeletal horses to appear, because once again, there was no other thunder and lightning, and I've been playing for a few minutes. But I decided to run over here to where the, I don't know, arena that I've made for fighting the Wither is set up. And I basically modeled it off of other Wither arenas that I've used in the past that have worked out reasonably well. So I guess even though it's raining, I guess it had just turned daytime again. It looks like it's the middle of the day because the spider was passive. And basically what you need is just a large flat open space, and then I've also got kind of railings on the side so that I won't accidentally kind of like fall off and go fall in a hole, because I find in general with the Wither one of the main problems is kind of like falling in a hole or getting confused by the terrain. But if I've got a large flat space, then I should just be able to shoot him and then eventually hit him with the sword. And I think with all the enchanting that I was doing, I will have a very good sword cooked up and ready to go for the Wither, because previously I think I had a Smite 4 sword, and then I managed to also enchant a Smite 4 enchanted book. And so I guess since it doesn't seem like it's a thunderstorm, we will go home and put those pieces together into a Smite 5 diamond sword. And then I think I maybe also have stuff to get a Power 5 bow as well. So let's go home and do some enchanting and combining. I had used the anvil sum off camera, and it looks like it's now a slightly damaged anvil. And I don't think that's something, yes, that I've had in my inventory before, so let's go ahead and pick it up really quick, just so that we now have had a slightly damaged anvil. But in any case, I had this Looting 3, Smite 4, Unbreaking 3 sword that I had enchanted recently, and I had a Smite 4 book, and so I can combine those in order to have a Smite 5 diamond sword, and so I think that would be very good against the Wither. And, oh, I think the anvil is very damaged now. We got unlucky there. Yes, okay, so now I have all 3 versions of anvils in my inventory. And then finally, I wanted to take a normal bow and put a Power 4 book on it to get a Power 4 bow. And then I can combine that with my awesome bow in order to both repair it and turn it into Power 5, Flame, Unbreaking 3, Punch 1, Infinity. And so we will do that. And so now I have a Smite 5 sword and a Power 5 bow, which I think are some of the main things that I will want to use against the Wither. But in addition to those weapons, I would also like some potions. And so a strength potion would be really good. And I guess actually I would want to make that strength 2, which I would do with glowstone in order to make it super strong. And then I also really would like to have a regen potion, which means we're going to need to go to the nether and kill a few ghasts. And so that is what I'm going to do next. But let's go ahead and get these potions brewing. And it's nighttime. I guess the rain finally stopped. But let's head over into the nether and see if I can find some ghast to kill. Alright, I've spotted my first ghast. He is over here. Wander back over this way, guy. Here we go. That looks like it'll be overground, where if I kill him, it could drop the ghast here. Not into fire, if I happen to be so lucky. Let's go ahead and start putting out some of the fires that I see. But it looks like he did not drop a ghast here. And I currently have 3 gunpowder, just to pay attention to see if they drop gunpowder. I think can they drop both gunpowder and a ghast here? Like one kill, drop both of those things? Or is it always one or the other? I'm not sure exactly what the loot tables look like. In any case, this seems like a fine enough place to hopefully try to get some ghast to spawn, so I'm just going to wander around until I manage to kill some. While I'm killing time waiting for some ghast to spawn, I have a silk touch pick. And so, let's go ahead and collect glowstone, which it didn't even occur to me that a glowstone block is not an item that I've had in my inventory before. So I just got a new item, so hooray for that. Aha! I finally hear and see some more ghasts. Are you guys somewhere where I can kill you and your drops will land on the ground? I've actually not explored over this way before. It looks like there's solid ground there. So let's go ahead and kill this guy. And hope that he's going to give us a drop. It does look like there's solid ground down there. I can't tell if he might have dropped a ghast here. So let me figure out a way down there. There is a ghast here. Hooray! Okay, and 1 ghast here. That's the first time I've gotten a ghast here. Great. 1 ghast here should be enough for my purposes. And so I'm going to head back home and brew some potions. And the regeneration potions I'm brewing, I will want to extend. Am I going to run out of blaze powder stuff here? No, it looks like I still have enough. So that gives me 45 seconds. And I think this will extend it 2 minutes. And then I have the strength 2 potion. And I'll take a fire resist potion. I can't remember if the wither does anything that can set you on fire. But just in case it does, I'll go ahead and have one of those ready to go. And I think I know the weapons and armor that I want to use. Oh, it only extends it to a minute 30. Alright, that's fine. And are there any other things I need to prepare? Golden apples, that's the other thing. I do have 3 golden apples that I've just managed to find out in the world, and I can always craft more because I've got 7 apples. Yeah, I have a bunch. Yeah, let's turn the other apples into golden apples as well. And then we'll have plenty of golden apples. I'll probably just take like half of them. But they will be useful as well, and obviously I have plenty of steak, so we're good in that department. Okay, I'm going to get my stuff together, and we'll go take a shot at the Wither. So I think I have everything ready for the Wither. I've got Protection 3, Protection 3, Protection 4, and I've got some Blast Protection as well, because the Wither shoots those little explosive thingies. I've got a Smite 5 sword. I have this crazy awesome Power 5 bow. I'm going to have a Fire Resist potion going. I'm going to have a Regen potion going, and then I will have a Strength potion ready to drink when I need to. I'll have steak so I'm well saturated, but then I'll have golden apples to top myself off when my Regen starts wearing off. And I'm also going to have some Ender Pearls, just in case the battle starts going really badly and I just need to try to escape. The sun is just about to set, and I would prefer to fight the Wither during the day, and we don't have to worry about, a thunderstorm or different things happening, and so I'm actually going to sleep in the bed, and then I will meet you tomorrow over at the Wither Arena, and we'll try to take out our first boss. Okay, fresh morning, and I'm just about ready to go. I have one more Wither skeleton skull to place. The Wither kind of like comes into being and kind of explodes a big area, and so I've got him up here, so hopefully it won't explode as much. But I think basically I just need to eat a steak. I want to drink a Fire Resist potion. I am going to have my Regeneration potion ready to go, and then I will have a Strength potion ready to go. And then I'll probably put some Ender Pearls on the bar as well after I place this thing. But basically, once we place this thing, he takes a little bit of time to kind of like come into being and charge up. And so I'll drink Strength later. I'm going to drink Regen probably now-ish. And we'll go ahead and get those on the bar. And I do want to have blocks in the bar. Okay, there we go. Here's the Wither, and he's already firing at me. Okay, and I'm withered. Great. And I do have the regen effect going, and did he just disappear off into the sunset? What just happened to him? Oh, he's up here. Alright. Hey, come fight me instead. Hey, dummy. There we go. Okay. Didn't see him against the background of the tree there for a second. And it's very hard to see how your health is doing during this battle, I find. But I think I'm doing okay, and I think actually he's already in phase 2. Let's eat a steak. Alright, yep, he's blinking, so I think I can hit him with the sword, hopefully. Oh, achievement, overkill. I dealt more than so many hearts of damage, apparently. Great! Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I still have 36 seconds of regen, which will offset the wither effect that I've got going on. Yeah, alright, I thought I was going to be reasonably overpowered for that. And it appears that I was, and I got an achievement to boot. Alright, and we got another star. I didn't notice, did it say? Yes, I got the points for getting the nether star. I guess I don't really need to actually, like, fix this place up, because that was pretty much a one-time use thing. I've killed the wither. I don't see a reason that I would need to kill him again. I'm going to pick up some blocks, just because, I don't know, I want the blocks. But, yeah, the wither is, for the most part, a known entity, and it's something that hasn't changed since the last time I fought him, and so I wasn't too worried about that, but it still feels good to have it over and done with. Now that we have the nether star, I could craft a beacon, which is another survival obtainable block that we need to get, and I have some glass cooking up right now, which I can use for that, but I'm also going to need some obsidian. I don't know that I have any obsidian, actually, and that will be boring to go and gather, and so I'll go grab some obsidian off camera, and then we'll try to craft a beacon. Oh hey, and as I'm sorting through my inventory, I realized that I never even drank my strength potion, so it would have been even easier if I'd actually drank that in order to kill him off with the sword at the end. Oh well. A beacon is something I don't craft very often, but I think I remember the recipe because it kind of looks like the actual item. I think it's like this. Yes, great. Beacon, hooray! And yeah, that Wither fight was pretty straightforward. I remember the first time I fought the Wither. For those of you who may have been around, you'll probably remember. But back when 1.4 of Minecraft came out, I played Minecraft 1.4 completely blind, requiring just hints from my viewers that they were leaving in the comments of the videos. And then over the course of like 13 episodes, I played through the 1.4 content, finally leading up to the Wither fight. And it was awesome. I died the first time, as you might expect, because I had no idea what to expect. But after I fought the guy and got a sense of what to expect, I went back and then I kicked his butt. And it was great and exciting. But I do like the Wither fight. It's a very intense fight in this game. I might have gone a little overkill on the armor that I had, but that's okay. Just trying to get things done. And that was a good warm-up. That's going to make me feel better about going to fight the Ender Dragon in the future now. I want to note at the time that I'm recording this, back in episode 13, I had put up a map download where you could download this crazy contraption if you wanted to play this yourself. And the download, it had a number of problems, including both some bugs with the contraption itself, as well as what I was doing in terms of the download site that I was using in order to host the map. And right after I put that up, like, people were talking about some of the problems they were experiencing with the map, and then that was last week when all of a sudden the power supply in my computer started failing, and so my computer was offline and I wasn't able to work on fixing up the map, and even when I wasn't able to upload the map, and then my internet went down and my ISP had to come out and repair my cable modem. And so it took a while to repair, but I do have a new version of the map download. It is still linked in episode 13. I might link it in this episode as well if you want to play it yourself. And I corrected a number of errors in the previous download, so it sets the world spawn properly, and it's also all the command blocks use relative coordinates, which means if you know how to use MCEdit or some other cut and paste tool, you can always cut and paste all the command blocks in the entire contraption and put it in your own world or your own world seed if you wanted to play, you know, like some other seed or an amplified terrain or something like that. So if you want to play this map, you are welcome to do so, and the download is now corrected and working. But in any case, this is now episode number 16, and back in episode 14, I asked a bunch of you to guess how many items you thought I would have by the end of episode number 16, and it turns out the correct answer is 427, as you can see over on the right-hand side, or at least that's the number that the scoreboard has been displaying. And as I've talked about before, the scoreboard isn't displaying exactly the right number, but it's close enough, and that's what I'm using for the guessing game. And I looked back at the guesses on episode number 14, and there were many close guesses, but only one person guessed 427, and that person was Greennan66. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize. But congratulations to Green for guessing 427. And just like I've been doing for the past few episodes, I will say if you want to make a guess now of how many items I will have at the end of episode number 18, 2 episodes from now, you can leave a guess number in the comments. And once again, we will see who comes closest and has bragging rights. I've been trying to walk around this room so you can kind of get a sense of all the things I need to do, but basically, at this point, I have the armor and the weapons for the most part. I think I need to go fight the Ender Dragon. And so I think maybe next episode I might go try to fight the Ender Dragon. If it goes well, then I might be able to go explore the end cities and get a whole bunch of new end blocks and all that kind of stuff. And so we might make a bunch of progress again next episode, maybe, or maybe I'll die and get frustrated and go decide to do other things. So as always, it's just a guessing game. You never know exactly what Brian's going to do. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here, even though it's a little bit of a shorter episode today, because, I don't know, killing the Wither, that's a pretty good accomplishment for an episode, I feel. So I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian. Bye-bye.